a time capsule. Hold that thought. This helicopter is more important. This one owner truck needs a little bit of love and attention. It does get driven a good bit, but it needs a little bit of help. Carburetor, some fuel leaks, and other things. You'll see here. This truck has a Weber carburetor on it, and for some reason it has an extremely high idle, hot and cold. And it also has a severe fuel leak. The back brakes aren't engaging, front brakes are basically gone, and there's a lot of little things that just need some good attention. $1987. It was a good year. I wasn't even here. Ha ha! This is a Mazda B2200. It's a one owner, and it's a nice little truck. I gotta clean up the inside, do some paint correction on it, a little ceramic coat, and then we're gonna check the tires. And it has a major fuel leak in the rear. And that makes sense because that's typically where the gas tank is in cars. So I'm assuming this little pickup, it's only got 100,000 miles and it's an 87. It's been garage kept for about 99% of its life until the last few years. It went outside, started hauling trash around. And I know it's sad, but this pickup, I believe, has got a rotted fuel line coming out of the fuel pump. If I remember anything about these little trucks, the fuel line going into the fuel pump is prone to corrosion. From my memory, because I've worked on one of these before, they are wrapped in like a plastic insulation and it holds moisture and dirt. So we'll check it out and kind of go from there. I'm not going to go buck wild with this thing, filming purposes, because this is a customer vehicle and just out of respect. So I will tell you this little booger is 100% original, except for, so it's not 100%. The air intake has been changed, and they do have the parts, so it is 100% original, but the air intake and carburetor has been changed. And it has a Weber on it, best of my knowledge, and it's a nice little truck. It still has the wiper reservoir, things of that nature. It's just a cool little pickup truck. And I like these for one major reason. I gotta get some algae off the hood. One major reason is the glass on these trucks. It reminds me of the 60s where you had the nice stainless trim around the glass. I don't know why, I just like it. If this truck was mine, and let me repeat, this is not mine, I would absolutely drive the wheels off of it. Has the original wheels, still has the caps. I mean, it's awesome. These decals, look at that. That's incredible. But I would drive the wheels off this little thing, and I don't know, I would probably take it back to pristine quality and try to see if maybe the Savoy Museum would take it or something. That'd be cool. I doubt they would, but it'd still be cool to check out. Check this out. That's some Japanese welds right there. This little truck is just begging to be touched up. It's just about perfect. So it's pretty interesting. It's a nice pickup truck. We'll get it in the air so I'm not destroying my back. I'll be using this lift. And sorry if you're working in gravel, I've been there, but I'm not doing it anymore. And then I'm hoping the fuel tank doesn't need replaced, because if we've already got rust in certain areas, and we'll see what happens, but this thing's been driven just about every month of its life for, you know, the last 30, how many years is that? 37, 38 years. So yeah, I think 37, 38. But maybe we'll look up on the gas tank. It's had good clean fuel in it ever so often. We'll see. Let me get it in the air and we'll get a better look at it. Look at this bed real quick. Very, very cool. So I got the truck in there and I started peeking around. My great aunt owns it, and I know everybody can't remember all the things they've done over the years, but this truck's received some maintenance before, a very long time ago. The tires were last changed in 2007, from what I can tell. The muffler's been changed out, and with a factory replacement, and the fuel tank was cleaned. So I went through, I pulled out my camera, I dropped the fuel tank down, and started getting in there looking at it. I also checked the pickup on this truck to see if the fuel pickup was rotted out. I did some of this off camera just because I wasn't sure if I was going to post all this yet. And I kind of went around. I got some WD-40 and some penetrating oil, and I lubricated everything, even what you're looking at. Door jambs, keyholes, suspension components, shift linkages, the engine mounts, everything you can imagine that physically moves has been lubricated and inspected. So this truck's going to get an oil change, all 4 shocks. The brakes will be completely drained and refilled and bled. The rear brakes are going to get serviced. The fuel line's getting replaced. Spark plugs, spark wires, rotor button, cap. I'll double check on the coil. A PCV valve. I got to clean the air filter and do a full detail on it with a ceramic coat. There's a few other things I'm forgetting. Just a quick tip on your brake fluid. If you're doing a full fluid change, it's okay to mix into your reservoir, because, for example, I ended up flushing over 32 ounces out of this system. The complaint on this truck's brakes were they wasn't really there, and it's very apparent these back brakes weren't even making contact. Well, I just paid $70 at Napa for a case of 12, 13 ounce brake cleaning bottles. Just brake cleaner, $70. You know, when you got these cars at these shops and people are like, why'd you charge me $250? That's why. So anyways, I've got some fuel line, and you don't want to know how much that was. And I went ahead and got in here and basically oiled up the frame. A couple things, got her greased up. We're looking good. Let's get this line changed, and then hopefully she cranks up just fine. Don't make a big mess. Got a little 12 mil right here. Looks like an evap canister. Making a mess all over the shop. This fuel line's got a cut right here. I believe it's just dry rotted all the way up in there. Yep, there's our leak. Yep. This little Japanese truck makes me think about a car I found the other day, and I need to save up. So if anybody wants to have some interest in this, there's a 72 Honda Accord hatchback with the flip back Ferrari style hood, give or take. And I will be buying it. I have to save up, pay some bills first, and then I'll jump on that little Honda, and we'll be bringing it to the channel. I think it's going to be a fantastic revival. It's been sitting about 40 years. So I think everybody's going to enjoy it.